What's going on YouTube? Destiny Heroic here. I'm coming at you with a deck profile for my Nordic deck. It's a deck that I started using last week. I used it for one tournament, had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a really great deck to play, and I think you should all give it a try. Here's my build. I use 3 gold packs, Nordic Beasts, level 4 tuner, light attribute, special summons a lot. He's usually your +1 off of your goats. And here's your goats, Tangenjoster, Nordic Beast. This guy is very central to the deck. He comes out, he turns to attack mode, and then he special summons your horse, and you can sync for whatever. And his special summon effect is kind of why you like this guy a lot, because opponent runs over your monster, special summon him, he replaces himself with a new monster, and you can synchro for a level 7 or higher depending on what you have. So he's really good. Triple Tengu. You play a Tengu, your opponent runs over the first one, you bring out Tangenjoster, bring in the horse the next turn, and you can tribute for you can set up 2 synchro monsters or an exceed monster, whatever you want to do. Tengu always replaces himself, so that's good. Triple Tour Guide. Standard opening play in this deck is to summon a Tour Guide, play your Sangan, and then just leave them there. Your opponent runs over one of them, and you special summon Tangenjoster. 2 hamsters. Hamsters will get your Tangenjoster if you don't have a Glepnir or don't have it already in your hand. And if you do have it in your hand, then you can bring out Raikou, drop Tangenjoster, and you can set up a Trishula play for the next turn. And Sangan comes out from the Tour Guide. Raikou comes out from the hamster. Double effect Veiler, just to keep tabs on what your opponent's doing, shut them down if need be, and it's a light. And Gores and BLS, there's lots of lights in this, so you can splash BLS pretty easily, and there's a lot of field clearing, so Gores you just pretty much have to run. Okay, that was the monsters. Into spells, we're using the staple cards. Pretty much any deck based on synchro summoning or exceed summoning is playing this set, so nothing really to say there. And double MST, because you like to clear the backfield in the end phase so you can explode with your Tangenjoster. Into the traps, TT. One of the things that really shuts down this deck is Thunder King Ryo, and so there's a lot of summon hate in this deck. So TT, Starlight Road. This deck runs a lot of traps, and you can set up a field with 2, 3, even 4 monsters a lot of the time. So Starlight Road is usually pretty live. Protects against Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Black Rose Dragons and things like that. So I run 1. It's a pretty good option. Dust Shoot, no explanation here. Solemn Trinity, the Judgment and 2 warnings. Again, you want to be able to stop the Thunder Kings before they hit the field, because they can really screw you up. 2D Prisons. When your opponent starts reading what you're going to do, they're going to start attacking into your guys to maybe draw out the Tangenjoster, and you can remove them if you want. You're running a Leviair in your extra deck with the Tour Guides, so if whatever you remove, you can summon back on your side of the field. So that's pretty good. Double Bottomless, more Thunder King hate. And Triple Glepnir. You typically want to chain these in response to an MSD or Heavy Storm, or respond to an attack when they attack over one of your littler guys. Grab Tangenjoster from your deck and then drop it after they run over the monster. And then you're set up for your next turn with Tangenjoster and Goldfax. So that's the main deck. Into the extra deck. Here's your tour guide staple guys. Levier and Leviathan Dragon. There's lots of level 4s in this, so you can easily bring these guys out, especially if you use mind control. Double Stardust Dragon. Starlight Road requires 1, and you can synchro for level 8s a lot, so you'll probably want to run 2. Double Black Rose, Tangenyoster, and Goldfax is level 7, so you'll be Black Rosing a lot. I chose to use Ally of Justice Decisive Armor. This deck can just as easily run Thor, but I felt that Ally of Justice Decisive Armor had a little bit more use in the current metagame with agents still running around, and he's pretty big. He can run over just about anything that Thor can. Scrap Archfiend, just your generic level 7 when you don't want to when you just need to attack and you don't want to clear the field. Brionic, flip a Raikou, play a Goldfax. There's your level 6. Cataster. I would actually switch this out for an Ancient Sacred Wyvern. Cataster didn't come out at all for me when I played. The only way to bring it out is with a Tengu and a summoned Effect Veiler. So it doesn't happen that often. You don't really need it because you're Black Rosing a lot, you're Stardusting, you're Scrap Dragoning. So dealing with light monsters is not really all that big of a deal. So Catastrophe you could probably switch out for a Wyvern. Ancient Fairy Dragon for all those Gravekeeper decks. Gravekeepers does nothing to this deck, but it's always nice to shut down their field spell and shut down their Royal Tributes. Trishula. Hamster brings out Raikou, summon Tangeryoster. Tangeryoster brings in Goldfax. There's 9 levels. Just off a Hamster and a Tangenyoster or a Glepnir. So Trishula comes out fairly often. And your last level 8 Scrap Dragon. Sometimes Stardust isn't enough. You want to blow something up with this guy. Hamster summons Tangeryoster. Tangeryoster summons Goldfax. Tune the Hamster and the Goldfax for Scrap Dragon and blow up the Tangeryoster with Scrap's effect. So this deck works surprisingly well. I had a really fun time with it. I think you should all give it a shot. It's other than tour guides and Tengus and stuff, it's pretty easy to make. It's pretty cheap. I mean, Glepnir's are a $2 card. But yeah, let me know what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out my other videos. And thanks for watching.